When you try to close that space, that's when he meets you with those long, straight punches.
Oh, man! Huge shot! John Paul Lebosnoyani puts him face down in round one as the UFC Apex explodes!
That was insane!
2015, I was defending my title against Donald Cerrone, and here I am still winning fights, and I think I have the right to call somebody.
Declaring the winner by submission, Rafael Dos Anjos.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're out of here.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. It's I am currently right now. It's 9 p.m. I'm in Bulgaria. I did a show. I did a set. I'm working with Louis, and I came off stage, and they rushed me back to the hotel to make this interesting show today. We'll get to our first guest. Sorry, Matt. John Paul Lebosnoyani is coming on. Really, really impressive UFC debut, and also the legendary RDA. Rafael Dos Anjos.
Got to catch up to him with him.
Yes,
I'm so impressed with John Paul.
he was great. He was
Really great. He's dealing with a real tall, lanky guy that knows how to fight on the floor, black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
I think if he was any less skilled on the floor, any other fighter, John Paul's getting out of there. He's so dangerous. His transitions on the floor. Well, I should just gas him up when he's in here.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you too. That's Strickland. I don't think I've seen him look that good in a couple of years. Like his jab was perfect. I thought Anthony Hernandez would be able to smother him, and it would be like a close decision. But man, he was really looking great.
He was on point.
Yeah,
Maybe this rest did him good. I mean, he's still fighting every day in the gym, but
sure.
you know, he just looked on. He looked on point. He looked on point, and I would love to see a fight versus him versus Kamzat. I think that would be wild.
I think so too. Melchizedek, I always say his name wrong. Melchizedek Costa, knocking out Dan Ige. I mean, wow. I mean, it looked like Ige it was impossible to stop him until it wasn't.
He was covering up on the floor. I think it was you're
right.
It was a tad bit
early.
Early. I mean, because he was defending himself. He wasn't just sitting there. But he was definitely compromised after that shot because you could see him afterwards just still holding his face. But
no, you're right. He was early.
Give a warrior like that a little bit more time.
Yeah,
and
he complained immediately, right?
Yeah, I believe he did because he was defending himself. I mean, he got knocked down, and what are you supposed to do? Just try to get back up. He had to cover his face. He was intelligent enough to cover the shots, and it was only a few seconds left in the round. But you can't take nothing away from Costa because Costa did put him in that position. You know what I mean?
You want to bring in John Paul? I mean, that was such a great debut for him.
I mean, what a follow-up after his fight on Contender.
Yeah, against Congdon.
Yeah, man. John Paul! Dude, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
What a debut, bro. I mean, you can't, listen, everybody wants to finish, but to fight a seasoned guy like Rowe and a guy who's well-rounded, he just got his black belt, so he's not, he's very good on the floor. I think I was just telling Jimmy, anybody a little less skilled on the floor, you're getting that mount, you're getting that sub, because the transitions were beautiful. I love the way you go from you controlling and you add the right amount of ground and pound back to control, and back to passing, back to improving your position. That's fucking excellent.
Thank you. Yeah, I was definitely very, very hungry for that finish. And, I think what it felt like is like, okay, this guy prepared for what I'm good at. And he knew what was coming to a certain extent. So, I was really chasing, whether it was a Darce or a guillotine, whatever was there, I was going for it. And, I feel like I could have been a little bit more patient and let the ground and pound kind of do its thing and soften him up a little bit more. But I don't know. I'm always going to look for that kill. Always.
With a guy like Phil Rowe, though, he's just a guy who's had a decent amount of fights. He's a guy who just knows how to survive when things are. And by the way, the fact that I don't know how that was a split decision. I thought Phil fought well, but I thought it was clearly you should have been a unanimous decision. Were you shocked? When Bruce starts reading the decisions and they'll say judge and he mentions the guy's name, you're like, what the fuck? This is a split decision?
That's exactly what happened. I asked my team to tell me if we were up every single round, and every single round they were like, we're up. And then at the end of the fight, I was like, I had that, right? And they're like, bro, 100%. So, I trust my team 100%. Yeah. So I was very much believing in what they were telling me. But when they did say Phil's name, I was kind of like, what? And I think Texas is notorious for kind of some weird decision calls. But you know what? Honestly, I'm grateful for it, because no matter what, I'm going to walk away from it knowing that I should have done better. So I'm here for it.
Was it difficult dealing with a tall, lanky guy like that? Because again, he's an 80-inch reach. And you also, Congdon also looked like a lot bigger too. So you had kind of just dealt with that. And they were talking in the Congdon fight about how good you are at getting in and closing distance. Was Phil kind of what you expected trying to get in on him, or was it a little more difficult?
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty accustomed to fighting tall guys. I think Congdon was one of them. I fought another guy named Victor Quicks, who's also significantly taller than me. So yeah, I actually feel pretty confident going up against bigger guys for whatever reason. It just kind of works for me. But Phil it's difficult when I go up against a tall guy who isn't necessarily coming forward and trying to like really overextend on himself. He was very his jab was landing well and it was very fast. But it was a little bit of a puzzle. But I feel like I, figured it out enough.
Hell yeah, you did. And you were saying that you thought you were a little too patient. I don't know. That's what you just said.
On the ground.
Yeah, but let me tell you, if you're in a rush to get him out of there, that's like a rookie mistake. Like I thought you were very measured with your attack. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? I thought it was great. I mean, you could always nitpick yourself, but
yeah.
As for your debut and you get him in trouble a few times, a guy with a newer guy who just he just try to get him out of there. Next thing you know, you're gassed and you got Phil Rowe in front of you. It's a problem. So I thought the output was excellent.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
And measured.
I feel like when you're in there, you always feel like you're doing worse than what it looks like on the outside, So after the fight, the first thing I thought of was like, damn, I gotta do better than this. And my team was like, no, you did great. And I'm like, okay, all right, if you say so.
Because you're thinking about every shot that landed on you. Meanwhile, you watch it, you're like, oh no, I landed some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you see when you see where you were coming close and he was just able to get out of it, it's just because he's really good. Like you're fighting a guy who's really good, and he's good at getting up, and he's kind of good at just avoiding that strangle at the last second. But you fought great. I mean, you beat a guy who was really good.
Tell me more.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm sure it's hard to see, because you weren't fighting some scrub, like you were fighting a great fighter. So yeah, of course he's going to be hard to put away. And shitty judging, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, we were just talking about the Dan Ige fight.
You can finish the fight.
You can, but you should also, when it seems to me like it was, again, it wasn't a terrible beating, but I thought it was clear. Maybe the third round, you could say, all right, fine, but that still would be a 29-28 for you. So I just thought it was bad.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, I didn't know this because, Phil's a good dude. He didn't, and I know you got to be in the right mindset. He didn't shake your hands at the weigh-ins? I just heard that.
No, he did not.
Interesting.
He did not shake my hand. And, right after we stepped off the stage, he said he didn't see my hand, but I listen, we're not fighting anymore, no bad blood, but I don't buy that for 1 second. I feel like he was trying to get in my head any way he could. As a debut guy, you're going to try to psych him out. You're going to try to use the experience to kind of get in my head. And I was very well aware of that. And so I don't buy that for 1 second. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but, I don't know if I would do the same, but I think that, he was doing something intentionally.
Did he shake your hand after the fight?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
When you having your debut like that, what was it like for you walking in? I mean, what were your thoughts, and was it exactly how you thought it would be? Was it a little bit different?
Yeah, for me personally, I had a lot of like question marks. You know, I've never done this before on this level and this stage, and I always think I'm gonna get nervous, or I think in the future. So I was really trying my best to like just stay in the present moment. And after the whole process sort of unraveled, I realized I never really got nervous, and I was really taking in every single moment. So it's good data for me to just remember going into the next one that like I am born for this, and this is what I do. I've done it many times, and to just kind of enjoy the process. And I did that, but now I know I can do it as well.
Shit, man. In 10 fights, you had 8 finishes. So like to go to distance, you always want to finish, but it's good to know that, hey, man, I mean, you didn't you look like you could do another 2 rounds easy for championship rounds. Like, how did it feel going the distance? Like you felt
great. Yeah, it felt great. I know the last 10 seconds of the round, we were just kind of throwing, and like some people were telling me like, oh, you should have just, circled. You shouldn't have gone in there and just gotten in the paint and thrown them. And I'm like, dude, that is not my style. Like not for 1 second was I going to take that 3rd round off. So I work really hard here at the PI. I'm here right now. And with the strength and conditioning team, we've done so much focus on, the recovery in between rounds, and so much work on the assault bike and on the sleds. And, I know that I have that gas tank if I need to use it.
Are you in Vegas full time now or no?
I'm here training full time, but I do commute back to Hermosa Beach as much as I possibly can, just to get a little bit of a balance to the lifestyle of training and being able to go back and just relax a little bit by the beach. So I do that as much as I possibly can.
And by the way, anybody who says like, yeah, you should have just circled, like you saw, you never know what a judge is thinking. Like, you don't want to do that because, again, that could be some judge for some reason decides not to give you a round. Like, you can't trust them. So you got to, I think you were smart to go as hard as you went all the way till the end. Because, again, a guy might be thinking split decision. You can't take rounds off.
Yeah, no way.
How far of a drive is Hermosa Beach from Vegas?
It's about 4.5, 5 hours.
That's not bad.
It's worth it. It's worth it to me.
Do you have a hard time in Vegas? Like whenever I'm out there, like not feeding into demons. Like, 'cause there's so much. You could do anything you want in Vegas. It's hard not to even eat bad in Vegas. How disciplined are you there? And how long did it take you to kind of adjust to like, hey, everything is right here and I can't have any of it?
Yeah, I've never been a party guy. I've never been a gambling guy, nothing like that. So here it's like I live with 2 of my roommates who are also professional fighters. They're coming up. We got Shane Collins, who's the A1 champion, and Jonathan Powell, who's an amazing grappler and wrestler. But they're 2 of my best friends, and we live in Diego Lopez's apartment. It's a very, very small apartment, and me and Shane share 2 twin beds in a room. So it's very humble. I look at it here as just keep my head down and get as much work as possible I can get done in a week. And there's really no time. There's no time. I don't have the energy to go out and party or do any of that. And, I know a lot of fighters, somehow they can do it, but I'm not built for that.
No. I mean, you're 27 years old. You're a single guy. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. So you got to definitely, it's good you got your head straight, because young fighter on the way up in Vegas with your buddies, that if you had the wrong mindset, it could be a fucking disaster.
Yeah. No, I know.
And now a lot of credit has to do with your upbringing, right? Yeah. Your dad's a Jedi. Your dad's a black belt, correct?
Yeah. No, I definitely get that from him. He growing up, he never drank, never smoked, never saw him do any of that. So I got to give credit where credit's due, and he raised me right. That's for sure.
What did your dad say after this last fight?
He's a man of few words.
Okay.
He said something along the lines. I haven't seen him yet. I'm going to see him this weekend, but he said something along the lines of like, good job. Like, you could take a punch and keep going forward. And he was really proud of me. So, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic, man.
Does he come to your fights?
No, he doesn't. He was a big part of my amateur career. And ever since I started doing things on my own, he doesn't come to them, but I know he watches them. But, I do have a pretty big support system on my mom's side. Like, my mom and my stepdad and my stepbrothers, they come to all my fights. So, I definitely feel the love.
Do you think he doesn't come because he wants to be a part of it and he's not, or he's just kind of like, I'm just, I'm going to give him space and let him do what he's got to do?
I don't know. I obviously would love for him to be there. But, I know he's there in spirit, and I am, part of him. So, I would love for him to come to one of these fights, but, he has his reasons.
Sure. Yeah, sometimes it's easier just to watch things at home too. If you're too invested, it's almost like too much. Like, if you're so invested in somebody fighting, like, sometimes just being home so you can just kind of be by yourself and process whatever happens. Sometimes those things are so difficult.
Yeah, but to look at it from the other side of the coin, like, my mom, she's an innocent lady, and she comes to all my fights. I remember when I fought for the LFA title, I had my whole face like split open, and her and I were in the hospital together, and she had to sit there and watch me get stitched up. So, shout out to my mom. She's a real trooper.
It's important.
She handled it okay?
Yeah.
When you were split open, she was like, kind of like, all right, this comes with the territory.
She's learned, throughout my career. I remember in the beginning of my career, she would get super emotional, and, I'd come home from sparring, have some bruises on my face, and she'd start tearing up. And I'm like, Mom, like, you gotta sack up and pull this together right now. Like, this can't be every single week that this happens. So now she's like a seasoned vet when it comes to watching me fight. And after the fact, like, she really holds it down and keeps it together. So
now, you got some bumps and bruises, some scrapes, but you're in one piece. You feel healthy?
Yeah, no, I feel really healthy. A fight's a fight. I'm not always going to walk out of there unscathed in the first round. So,
yeah.
And honestly, here at the PI, like, some of the guys I train with, like, being in a fight is almost like easy compared to training with them. There's a guy that's up and coming. I think he's the best guy I've ever trained with, and he should be without a doubt in the UFC very soon. His name's Levon Chokeli, the Georgian guy, and he hits harder than anyone I've ever been hit by in my entire life. So if you guys haven't heard that name, be on the lookout. I think he's staying ready for a short notice right now. And he's going to be a serious problem in the division.
What's his name?
I'm sorry.
Levon Chokeli.
And he's in welterweight?
He's a welterweight Taporia. That's what he is. Interesting. He's Georgian.
Now, are you getting tight with this gentleman?
Oh, yeah. Him and I, he's changed my game since moving here so much, like, he's made me so much better. And I'm like, listen, if we ever fight, it better be for the title. You know what I mean? Because, he's leveled me up in so many ways. And now when I go and fight somebody, I'm like, if it's Phil Rowe, I'm like, all right, it's Phil Rowe, but it's not Levon. So I can do this.
Now that, right now it's nothing to worry about, but do you ever think about if you have to cross that bridge, if you guys have to face off?
Yeah, of course I think about it, but up until then, it's all love. And, I think it's may the best man win. And if I'm not the best man, then I'm not the best man. I'm meant to learn from it. So until then, I'm just going to try to learn as much as possible from who I train with.
Oh, shit. So what's it like now the week after the fight? I guess it depends on how banged up you are, but what's it like now for the week? I mean, you got to be on cloud nine, I'd assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yes and no. Most of my career has been finishes. So there's a different cloud. There's a cloud 10 when you finish somebody.
I got you.
And when you win by decision, for me personally, it's like, this is nice, but it's not the climax I'm used to.
Yeah.
But I think it's necessary for me. It's going to motivate me so much more. And it's also going to keep me grounded, because I remember after the Contender Series, everybody was like, oh, a superstar, this and that. Like, you're too good for us. And, part of it is jokes, but there's always a little bit of truth to every joke.
Right.
So, this is good for me. It's going to keep me humble, keep me grounded, and remind me that, I can always be a little bit better.
I think it's phenomenal for you to go 3 rounds with a talented fighter like Rowe.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it should have been unanimous. I mean,
yeah,
it should have
many people's opinion. But it goes to show you, man, after a fight, I don't think there's only one fight that I said, you definitely fucking got this. And it was Marab versus Frankie Size. And they gave the decision to Frankie. And it was like, dude, that wasn't a good decision at all. But I'm like, dude, I'm never opening my mouth before the decision. I'm just going to be like, no, I think you won, but let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Because then you feel like an asshole. I'm like, dude, I feel awful. I'm sitting there telling you won. And I stand by it. But geez, it's always crazy, man. You never know what happens with the judges. But mine, Jimmy's, and the majority opinion is dude, that was a great fight, dude. And in the long run, it's just going to do so much more for you to get that time in there.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'm sure it feels much better to strangle somebody, but a guy who's so hard to put away like Phil, who's just really good at getting up and really good at just sliding out at the last second, to have kind of maintained dominance over him. Again, I'm sure that's more valuable than a first round KO would have been, even though I'm sure that would have felt better. But hey, look, man, congratulations. You looked really impressive. You looked impressive on the Contender Series. So you're here now, and I can't wait to see you fight again.
Thank you, guys. And I'm a big fan of both of you guys. So to be on here with you, it's a privilege and an honor. I appreciate it.
We're two of your hey man, since the Contender Series, we're two of your biggest fans. And then when I found out about your history growing up on the mats, I mean, you're not your average jiu-jitsu guy. You can't even say that. You're so well-rounded.
No.
It's just...
And I'm telling you, there's a whole bag of tricks that I haven't even shown yet. And it's going to come out eventually in my career. So definitely keep an eye out on that.
Hey, are you a big cheat? Now, I'm sure you're dieting and you do the right thing obviously from your physique and everything. But after the fight, is there a cheat meal you were looking forward to? I mean, are you that guy to be a fat guy afterwards a little bit?
I used to be. When I fought at 55, I would go off the rails. But now, like, from a psychological standpoint, it's that itch is just not there like it was.
Good.
I'd much rather just feel good and heal faster, and be ready to get back in there as soon as possible.
Was 55 hard for you to get to? Because you're 5'11", correct?
Yeah, it was absolutely brutal. I hated everything about training, everything about fighting. I wasn't fun to be around. And I mean, I'm sure you can see it now. I'm able to be myself throughout fight week and everything like that. So
yeah. It's also, if you're fighting at 170, you probably get to eat more of the shit you want to eat. That extra 15 pounds, you probably, you're not eating cake, but you probably get to at least cheat a little bit more than you would have at 155.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's much looser. It's just healthier. It's more balanced. I'd rather fight at welterweight and, have it be a little bit more of a risk than absolutely hate my life and have an advantage.
Right.
It's crazy, man. They say this in boxing too, like the generations, like the next generation is going to be bigger and stronger and faster. I mean, I won the title at welterweight. I'm 5'6". If I fought Phil Rowe, he might be just holding my head and I mean, it is fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I remember getting down to 155 and I felt like Gollum, I was like all sucked in. But, it's just, I guess it's just the nature of the game. People, the next generation is always going to be bigger and stronger and whatnot.
Yeah.
But man, dude, everything is looking, I mean, sky's the limit for you, bro. We're really excited for you. When you get something else lined up, I mean, how soon do you want to get back in there?
I mean, I would say maybe June,
Oh, all right.
June would be nice. Something like that.
Stay busy.
Yeah. I'm going to get looked at right now by a PT and make sure everything's all good. And then, if everything's all good, take another week of just healing up and, I want to keep the momentum going, I want to keep this going. I'm not doing anything else in my life. So let's keep it going.
Yeah. Make the most of it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, there's guys that they break onto the scene in the Contender Series, and they get in the UFC, and everybody's antennas go up. They're like, yo, look at this guy. And Jean-Paul, you are that guy. You know what I mean? I said it when I saw you the last time, and what a follow-up with this fight, man. So just really, hey, man, congratulations.
Yes.
I can't wait to see you fight again.
Thank you, guys. I can't wait to get back in there.
Awesome.
All right,
bro.
we'll talk to you again soon, man. Jean-Paul, congrats. Great fight, buddy.
Congrats, Jean-Paul.
Thank you.
Take care, brother. Hey, man. Listen, he's a great fighter.
Yes, he is.
He is a
Phil
great
Rowe was
fighter.
good, too. Like, it was
Phil
like...
Rowe's great.
Yeah, like going the distance and stopping everything Phil Rowe would have done, which would have probably, like you said, lesser fighters. By Phil Rowe may have just gotten up and actually wound up winning that decision.
Listen, I think it's not about just getting a victory over there. It's who you did it with. Now, his debut fight versus Phil Rowe, well-rounded, got his experience, puts people away. You know, I don't think he could ask. I know you'd want to finish, but I think he handled that fantastic. You know, I mean, he's a future contender.
I agree. And but you know, bad judging is judging. You just sometimes with these judges, they should have to sit down and tell people what the fuck they were thinking. Like literally, why not? I mean, why are judges so above or refs having to ever explain their actions? I mean, they're a part of the whole thing, so they should have to be held accountable or under scrutiny for egregiously dumb decisions.
Jimmy, we're going to talk the fights right now. But
yes, buddy.
Tomorrow, I was supposed to do Stephanie McMahon's podcast in Connecticut. I don't know if you've been looking at what's going on here. I know you're in fucking Transylvania right now. You're in Bulgaria. But I don't know if I'm making that trip. I don't know how the roads are going to be.
It
what
might
do
be
you
a
think,
little
Jimmy?
rough.
Jimmy, it is a winter wonderland out here. I mean,
it's a real. You guys get killed. It's a real. It's a nightmare.
Oh, it's a shit show, you know? But, you know, I got to do some shoveling after this. Hey, let's talk about some fights. Now, Sean Strickland, we talked about.
Yeah,
he's back. He's back like he never left.
Man, he looked good. I want to say, too, Uros Medic, a devastating knockout of Geoff Neal. You know, we like Geoff, so we hate to see him get knocked out like that. But, hey,
we like Euros too. He was just on the show.
Yeah, he was. He was great on the show.
He's got some nasty stand up. Yeah. You know? And he's just a force to be reckoned with. You know? Listen, I'm upset. We love everybody. We love Geoff. But hey man, props to him though. That was fantastic. Let me look.
And also Jacoby Smith over Josiah Harrell. I mean, that was a first round devastating first round KO. He looked great. There was a reversal he did. Did you see the reversal he did?
It's beautiful.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. What would you call that?
Shit, man.
It was like,
I mean, the second he got taken down, he just went right into like a bridge and a reversal. I mean, it was a reversal, but it was just, and then he went right into a crucifix and started landing the ground and pound. And, you know, you got to give credit to what is it? Harrell? Yeah,
Harrell.
Harrell, he never lost before, and he was game, and he took it on short notice.
Yes.
So I want to see him back with a full camp. And he was game. He was looking for his own shots. He got the takedown where 9 out of 10 times you got that, you're settling in. Not only did he let him settle, he totally reversed the position right into the ground and pound. It was like, oh, I'm reversed. The next thing you know, you're eating elbows and fists. Yeah. So, you know, that's something that's very high level. And I'll tell you, man, Jacoby's a beast too. What? Not the beast.
He's 12-0, and he's squat. Like he's like a fire plug. Let's see. Yeah, RDA was there on Saturday. Oh, he's in the waiting room. Okay, let's bring him in.
Let's get him in, man. We got to catch up with him.
Not make him wait.
Anybody that could bounce back after some losses, it's RDA.
Hey, how you doing, Rafael? How are you, sir?
Oh, how are you?
Let me tell you something, RDA. I want to see your license. I don't think you're 41. Are you really 41? Look at you. What is that? Stem cells? What are you doing?
Oh, man, I think I got that from my dad.
Man,
Just looks younger.
you young. The hair, everything. Hey,
Yeah,
how you
my
feel?
dad got a lot of hair.
Oh man, me and Jimmy are both jealous.
Oh man, I started getting a lot of white hairs on the side here, you know.
And I would take any hair. Oh shit. How you feeling, man? It's been a while.
Yeah, since my last fight, I've been dealing with a knee injury. You know, it was my first big injury, actually, first big knee injury. I tore my ACL and I had a problem with my meniscus in Abu Dhabi into October of 2024. On the day that I was turning 40 years old. That's crazy. That was a good gift.
You mean the Geoff Neal fight?
Geoff Neal fight, yeah. As I threw the leg kick and my ACL snapped. And after that, I started like back in 2025 in May, I started like working out again slowly. And I was feeling my knee was having some clicks and it was, you know, getting stuck sometimes. And I got another MRI and it shows that my meniscus has tear again. You know, and then I had to go under another surgery here in Austin, Texas. And after that, I was still having issue. 5 months later, I wasn't feeling 100%. And I went to Brazil a month ago, and the doctor in Brazil find out that the doctor in Austin left some stitches inside my knee.
What?
So that's what was bothering you?
Yeah, the treads. He's supposed to clean out everything, but he left the treads in my knee. And then I went under another surgery 3 weeks ago.
Now, was this one a minor surgery just to remove those treads, or this is a big one?
Very minor, very minor.
Oh, it was minor. Okay, good.
Minor, yes. I'm walking normal now. I was in UFC Houston last weekend, and I mean, I'm not training yet, but like I'm having a normal life right now.
When you found that out about the stitches in your leg, I mean, you felt like putting them in a rear naked choke. I mean, what's going on here?
Man, I want to kill that guy, man. To be honest with you, you know, like. It's been a long wait, and man, I'm 41. You know, clock's ticking. I wanna, you know, I still got 4 more fights on my contract. I would love to, you know, if I get the right opponents, I'd love to, you know. I still feel I got a lot on me. I want to finish those fights, and I had to postpone it again. And I got a call to fight in Brazil, and I couldn't make it October last year. But, you know, man, it's God's time. You know, I'm getting this time that I'm off now, but to put my energy. I'm building my gym here in Austin, Texas. So it's going to be open on this coming up spring. So I'm putting my energy on that right now.
Now, how did you end up? When did you move to Austin?
I moved to Austin back in 2023.
Oh,
2023, yes. After I went to California for 9-10 years, and during the pandemic, it was just too hard to be there. You know, like I got kids on my own, and it was the kids were having a very bad time. I decided to move back to Brazil. I was in Rio for 2.5 years.
Oh, really?
You went back to Brazil?
Yeah, I went back to Brazil. I was there with André Pederneiras and Nova União.
Yeah.
And that is a great guy, and I had a blast over there. I got a lot of good training, and my family had a great quality of life there too. But it's hard, man. I got a 7 years old at 17 and then 25. It's hard to raise kids in Brazil, and I have a good history with the state of Texas. My first UFC win was in Houston, UFC 103, and I won my world title against Anthony Pettis in Dallas. So I always have Texas in my mind, and you know, that's why we moved here.
Did you say you have a 25-year-old? I
do.
So you were 16. So you guys are kind of like that thing where the parent, like you kind of I guess, friends too? Like, is it kind of cool having?
He's my stepson.
Oh,
when I met my wife, he was 6 years old.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have is it easier having a son that's kind of like a little bit older like that? Like, it's a different relationship, right?
Yeah, it's a different relationship. We kind of do a lot of things together. You know, he's a fighter today. And
nice.
Yeah, but it's pretty cool.
How is life in Austin?
It's been good. I'm getting used to, you know, people here pretty nice, man. I love, people here. They are all friendly, and many people didn't know I was living here because I meet people on the streets and, hey man, what are you doing here? I didn't know you live here. But yeah, and it's been a project. I've been looking for this location for the past 3.5 years, and we finally found a location, and now we're making the dream come true.
I want to hear about your academy. Now, is it a mixed martial arts academy, a jiu-jitsu academy?
Yeah, it's gonna be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and then a Muay Thai kickboxing. We're gonna have a Muay Thai kickboxing area too. I'm not having too much focus on MMA, but for sure I'm gonna have a pro class time for people for invitation only. So people gonna help me, and we're gonna do but my main focus will be on helping regular people just get the best out of themselves and being around, inspiring people, helping people get a better quality of life through Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know you probably see people like first time they walk to the gym, they're all shy and they don't even look at you in the eye. And after a couple months, couple years in the gym, they change their personality.
100%.
They get a person, they have a more self-confident. And I've seen that. I'm on the mat since 8 years old. I never had any other type of job in my whole life. I'm blessed to say that. And I just want to be around. They could open a lot of different business, but it doesn't gonna make sense if I open a restaurant, a coffee shop, or something like that. And I want to give it back to the community too, and be around and helping people get the best out of themselves.
I think that is so smart that you're opening a jiu-jitsu school with the Muay Thai. It's exactly what I do. And when I was opening up my school, at first, it was when I had my belt, my bigger school. So I'm like, the guy, open Serra MMA. And I even had Christmas cards made up before, and I threw it all away. I go, you know what? When you open up an MMA school, and MMA is great. I watch MMA more than I watch jiu-jitsu, but I love jiu-jitsu more. And you get a different clientele of people. You're not just looking for the guy with no money who wants to be the next champ. I mean, there's a place for that guy, but you got the regular people that you're just empowering. And and you're not going to dread going to work every morning, or you're going to love it. It's what we do. We do this out of pleasure. So I'm very happy for you, because I want you to fight out your career and how long you want to fight, but the post-fight career, it's going to be beautiful. I'm living it. It's so great.
Oh yeah, I'm happy.
I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, that's what I want to. Of course, I'm hiring coaches, but I'm gonna be there full time too. Greeting people, and I'm not gonna be teaching all the classes, but I'm gonna be there, man. Giving some compliments. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, that's what I do.
This class, and I jump and I spar with the kids, I spar with the people, and roll with them. That's my goal.
Let me give you a compliment on a technique you do that I put in my arsenal after watching you, and I show it to all my guys. And it's very simple, especially being not one of the bigger welterweights. When they got you up against the cage, they need both those arms. They need two arms. Mm-hmm. Immediately. It's like you put your hand in your pocket, grab their shoulder. Now they're trying to take you down with one arm. Mm-hmm. I love that. I know it's very simple, and people are going to be like, well, what are you pointing at? Because it works. And when you spread those legs and you get that one arm up and you grab the shoulder, they're trying to take you down with one arm. And if they keep trying to put in effort, it's almost impossible to get you down.
Yeah, I learned a lot of tricks with André, man. André Pederneiras, he's so crafty. He knows so many good techniques against the cage. That is one, because usually big welterweights, they try to overpower you. They try to get their underhook and try to, and he always tell me to elbow back and elbow down, on top of their arm that they have, because once they get their control, they have big chance of taking you down. And that's another thing that he taught me, that elbow back and elbow down, and you kill their underhook. And for us, I'm a small guy for welterweight. And even though I wasn't watching the last show, man, these welterweights, they just getting bigger and bigger.
We just had John Paul on, who won over the weekend. Very talented fighter. I was saying the same thing. I mean, I won the belt at welterweight. I'm 5'6". Shit. And there's a reason I was an underdog. But, I'd be up to these guys' belly buttons now. I mean, Phil Rowe's 6'3". Yeah. So you need all these little tricks. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, your jiu-jitsu is another reason why you can hang there. If you didn't have that and you were just more of a strength, and you're so well-rounded, but I believe that your jiu-jitsu is the great equalizer for you in there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad, because the other day, a couple of years ago, I got a big guy poke in the gym, right? And then I went to the doctor and he did some tests on me, and he asked me, "Hey, how many fights you have?" And I think I had a 40, I don't know at the time. And he go, "Man, I'm amazed because you got no scars at all on the back of your eyes." He said, "I have a jiu-jitsu guys come here. They got a bunch of scars. Their eyes are all messed up. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep doing, because you protect yourself really well." And I'm glad he said that, because, man, I have no eye vision. I have no, man, thank you, God,
They are, it's funny looking over your record. It's crazy that September of 2004, I think, was your debut. I mean, do you feel like you've been fighting for 20 years? I mean, that's a long time to fight and to still be in good shape and to still be ready to fight. And I know that as soon as you heal up, you want to fight again. Are you ever kind of shocked that it's gone on this long?
Yeah, it's been, I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. And I have 49 fights right now. And also the level of competition that I've been through, I think I fought, I think like 10, 12 main events, and the level of competition that I've been, competing in. The guys are so tough, former champions. And and the other day I was even speaking to that guy yesterday with Pederneiras yesterday on the phone, and he goes, "Hey man, these welterweights, they're not at the same size that they were 10 years ago." And then I thought, man, I was fighting the first time I made the move to go up. It was 9 years ago. It was 2017, and then I realized, man, we are on 2026, and then I went up a weight in 2017. It's gonna be 10 years next year. So time's fly, man. And like you said, I'm kind of shocked that I've been around this, and I still want to be around. I'm not done yet. I don't want to walk away with an injury, a fight that I lost on the injury. I'm coming off 3 losses straight. I never was on that position before. Maximum that I got was 2 losses straight. But this time it's been 3. But I'm not getting handled. I'm not getting finished. I'm not getting knocked out. I mean, I'm still fighting good fights. So that's why I feel that I don't want to walk away right now.
I was going to say, do you feel you have it in you to walk away with a loss, or are you going to, because some guy, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to go to Negativeville, because you obviously go in there and go on a tear, but when are you going to know it's time? When do you think you'll know?
Yeah, I don't want to go away with a loss and the way that it was. I got injured, and I mean, I just don't feel it's time. I always had a number in my mind. I want to stop with 37 years old.
Okay.
See, I'm with 37, 38 years old, I want to stop fighting. But I mean, with 37, I was still like doing good and wanting to fight, wanting to train. I wake up every day. I mean, my body asks me to do something, I just feel motivated at the moment that that I mean, I was at the show this last weekend, and I felt that adrenaline. If I'm there and I don't feel anything, I feel it's time to go.
That's it.
You know,
That
I
is
feel that adrenaline. I still want it.
Yeah.
You've watched it, you know, and what I'm looking at too is you've been through a couple of generations of fighters. Like not just this class or that class. You've actually been through the beginning, middle, and end of a couple of generations of fighters. What have you noticed that's the most different about the guys now? Is it not just the size, but is it the fact that they train MMA as a complete thing from the time they're kids? Or what have you noticed in the last 20 years that's a lot different?
Oh yeah, I think like before we had guys like good jiu-jitsu guys, and they do more jiu-jitsu. But these especially with we're talking about MMA, right? Jiu-jitsu as well. So we have so many good wrestlers that learn jiu-jitsu, and that's something really. And they get really good. They get really good.
Yeah.
We get really good submissions. We have guys like Gordon Ryan, Nicky Rod, big guys, good wrestlers that they learn jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like. These guys, they good wrestlers and great athletes, and they learn boxing, they learn standing, and they learn jiu-jitsu. Now you have no way to go. Like, where are you gonna go? He's gonna take him down, he's gonna scramble out, he's gonna stand up, he's gonna, he knows jiu-jitsu. That's what I feel that's been changing a lot from back there to these days.
They're all good at pretty much everything.
Everything, yeah.
Well, so are you. That's the good news.
Yeah.
How soon until your school's opened?
So we are on the final phase of permitting. City of Austin are very hard with permit.
Takes a while.
But we're painting right now. I have some guys arriving this week to help me with the mats. So mats will arrive in about 2 weeks. But all the plumbing and electrical, we have to wait for the permits. But I'm shooting for April, beginning of May. So this
has to be very exciting for you, no?
Yeah, it is. A lot of work. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
yes,
do that, and I'm doing everything myself. It's my first business, so I'm learning a lot, me, my wife, and that's, I've been working there on the day and night. It's keeping me busy because these injuries keeping me so down sometimes, but with this business, it keeping me motivated,
And something else to focus on while you heal, just something else to look at and something else to keep you busy all day.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's good to know when it is time to walk away. I know guys, and it's we live this rock star life when we're fighting because you're getting flown to these nice places and put up in a nice hotel. You know what I mean? And one day it just feels like it comes to an end. And there's guys that are living that life, not setting up for what's after. And then they got to go and start a new career at 40 something. Another, now they got to be on a new job for the next 20 years of their life, I guess, when other guys are retiring. So for you to set this up, and I'm living proof of it because it's what I did, man, I felt like I was winning back in the day when I was making a living working for Henzo, just doing private lessons and teach. I felt I was winning. I equate it to like being a stand-up comic. Like when you first started just making a living off of doing stand-up, you feel like you're winning. Oh, I'm not doing this job, but I'm making a living off my comedy. I'm making a living off my fighting. Yep. But it's always a little scared of the security of like the future. You're always like, man, this is great, but am I going to be a bum in 2 months? Am I going to fucking fall out? But to have this set up for you, man, it's so great. And it's a relief. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy too, man. It's been a while that we've been looking for locations. 3 years, 3.5 years. Even when I was in Brazil before moving to Austin, I was looking, and so hard to get a good space and a right tenant, a right landlord. But man, I finally got a good place. It's not too big, not too small. It's 4,000 square feet. And it's a good location, big shopping mall, and a lot of traffic, a lot of parking spot. We got blessed.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's so great. I'm happy to hear it. And we're looking forward to seeing you back. When you do get booked again, please come back on. Or even if you want to promote the school, come back on, whatever.
Yeah, come back on when the school's open.
Thank you. I met Hunter Campbell this weekend in Houston, and he asked me, "Hey, how's your knee?" I say, "Yeah, it's good, doing good." And I say, "Man, June, July, I want to fight. I think I'm gonna be ready to fight. So I probably gonna be another month and a half for me to start training again. But I want to fight again in June or July."
Now, do you feel they're going to give you some young stud to see what's going on here? Or you know what I mean? I think they're going to be like, let's see the old guard versus the new guard. Not guard, literally, but you know what I'm talking about. So did you watch Jean Paul fight over the weekend?
No, I did not.
Oh, he fought a little earlier, but yeah, well-rounded welterweight. And dude, there's so many. Your style, you match up well with so many people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you're not a one-trick pony.
I'm thinking maybe because I had such a good success, a lot of success on lightweight as a lightweight, and I'm walking around the 182, 183, and I'm thinking about maybe do my last couple of fights at lightweight.
Interesting.
I was thinking, maybe I think I have more leverage at that division.
Yeah.
I think I can get more interesting fights at that division, and we'll see. But I'm thinking about that too. Maybe do the last couple fights at lightweight. If
it might be smart.
I
mean, I'm looking at these guys 6'3". Fucking these guys they are giants at welterweight now.
They are. Maybe at the welterweight. There's a fight, man. Of course. Fight that I missed a couple years ago, not about money and nothing like that, but just because I never had pull out of a fight. But a fight with Conor would be great if I don't want to come back. We both having a big layoff. I think that would be good.
Do you know, I think it's 10 years ago today, actually, that they announced your broken foot. I believe so. Our producer put that in the thing before. And I'm like, I don't want to piss RDA off. But I believe it might have been 10 years ago today that Brett Okamoto made that announcement. So this is right around when that happened.
Wow.
Yeah. And Conor has been talking about fighting again, and you guys never matched up. And it would be a really interesting fight to see. So I would love to see that happen.
Oh yeah. But I mean, I have zero frustration in anything in my career. But I fought for 2 world titles at 2 different divisions, and when I fought Kobe, I lost. But zero frustration. But that fight would be something that I would have, not because of money, because money comes and go, and I'm happy to in a good position today. But that fight would be something that I really would like to have on my book, on my record.
Man, listen, no matter what, you won in life. You're doing great. You're doing phenomenal, champ. And hey, man, thanks for coming on. And we, again, something gets on you get something booked, please come back on, man. We love talking to you.
My pleasure always.
Thank you, sir. Rafael, good talking to you.
Great talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, guys.
Take care, brother.
Have a good one, sir.
He's a class act.
He's a great guy, yeah.
Class act.
Really, really nice.
Because he's so well-rounded, he's got the luxury of fighting at welterweight or lightweight.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean? Other guys, they can't, So, always been a fan. Jimmy, solid hour, but hey, man, I got to reschedule my trip tomorrow. I just got a memo, but that's all.
Yeah.
Say, listen, man, shit, no problem. Jimmy, my last reactions going up today of Night of the Seven Kingdoms. My last one got like 18,000 views, man. I like that my reactions are starting to get some traction, only because I love watching this shit. Yeah. And I like that people like watching me do it. What a great gig, Jimmy.
It's fun.
I'm doing reactions like crazy. So if you guys want to watch that, Matt Serra channel on YouTube, And, I got my reactions up. I got something coming out. Me and Raging Al did an hour the other day. I had Raging Al, I had Quinter in studio. I had Rodrigo Gracie, my old roommate, in studio. We did 2 hours. We had some crazy stories. I lived with that guy from 23 to 26 in Woodmere, Long Island. And we couldn't tell a lot of those stories, but we had some funny stories. And it was a great time. So Matt Serra channel on YouTube.
And I got my Jim Norton Can't Save You is up now. Ronnie Chang is my guest this week. And
I like him.
Yeah, I do too. He's really funny, and I've known him a long time. He's on The Daily Show. He's great, and he's a really interesting guy.
Do you remember when me and Ronnie were doing Sticky Hands, Wing Chun together? Oh, there's a video of us.
I forgot about that. Yes,
outside the old studio.
That's right. I forgot it.
Doing some Wing Chun. He does some Wing Chun. That guy.
Yeah, he does. He's still in great shape too. He's a really good egg. And I'm when I come back to the States, Matt, in April, I'm going to be at the Mothership in Austin. I got 3 nights there.
Oh,
and then I got gigs in New Jersey and a whole bunch of shit, Warren, Michigan. So just go to my site. But this was fun.
You're such a busy little bird. Get some sleep, man. How'd the show go tonight, by the way?
Tonight was great. Last night was great. And tomorrow we fly to Athens. So the next time I talk to you, I will be in Greece.
It's so funny. My wife just brought up, we were talking about some comedian, and my wife brought up to my in-laws when we were away how much we enjoyed your show.
Oh,
when we were there.
You. Yeah, it was really fun.
And you know what she said? You know what she said? She goes, and it was really cute because when we went backstage, Jimmy was so happy to see Matt. And it was, Jimmy. It makes me.
Yeah, I was very happy.
You gave me a big because I was so proud of you. It's like watching somebody win a fight. You're used to it. So you kind of, I guess you're happy when it goes well. But I don't see you perform often. And, and I was so blown away. I know it was a while ago, but it was such a...
thanks, Matt.
I don't even believe it was an hour. It went so fast. It was so much fun.
Well, I like to say I'm a fighter. I fight sadness.
Oh, man, you almost made me shit myself, dude. I got a stomach problem. Jimmy... That's awesome, man. Safe trip back whenever you're coming back.
Yeah, I'm gone for another month. I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
I'll talk to you Wednesday. Hey, congrats to Sean Strickland, huh?
Yes, tremendous. He looked great. That fucking jab is devastating. So hopefully talk to him soon.
All right, buddy. Safe travels, man.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.